Welcome to Aptitude Destination. Please pause the video and read the question completely. So statement 1 says P and Q are prime numbers. Statement 2 says P plus Q is an integer. We are supposed to find if PQ is an odd integer. So we are supposed to find if P into Q is going to give us an odd value or even value. So now the first statement says P and Q are prime numbers. So now will we be able to find out if P into Q is odd or even with this statement alone? Let's check. So if P and Q are prime numbers, let's just consider two values, two prime values. Let's say P is 2 and Q is 3. So if I multiply this, I'm getting 6, which is an even value. Now if I consider P as 3 and I consider Q as 7, let's say, this is giving me 21. So this is an odd value. So with this statement alone, I cannot say if it's going to give me an even or odd value. So this statement alone is not sufficient for me to answer this question. Let's go to statement number 2. Statement number 2 says P plus Q is an odd integer. So now we know that odd number plus another odd number is only going to give us even number, right? So this is a fact that you should remember. For example, 3 plus, let's say, 7 is going to give you 10, or any odd number for that fact if you take, it's going to give you an even number as the answer. So now the next one would be odd plus even is always going to give you an odd value. Because if you take 2 here and you take 3 here, it's going to give you 5, or whatever value you're going to substitute. Let's say you take 6 here, you take 3 here, this is going to give you 9, which is an odd value. So for any value you substitute here, odd plus even is always giving you odd value, and even plus even will always give you an even value. So now they have said that P plus Q is an odd value, so this is what has happened. So let's say P is the odd value and Q is the even value. Let's say P is 3 and Q is 2. Now can we say that P cross Q is odd or even? P cross Q is 6, which is even. And for any value you consider, since Q is an even number, any value multiplied with an even number is only going to give you an even number. Therefore, P plus Q is not an odd integer. With this statement alone, we said that P into Q is not an odd integer. Therefore, statement 2 alone is enough for us to answer the question. So option B is the right answer.